You for joining Discover Your Woo. Today we're going to be talking about coincidence, or maybe not coincidence, but on purpose sort of things that are actually coming together with intention deliberately so that we can pay attention to them. Oftentimes we think of coincidence as two things or something that happens, and coincidentally, it is, we'll give you an example of this, but coincidentally, it's something that we think of as, oh, that just happened out of the blue. Give you a quick little story here or a scene so you can kind of get what I'm talking about here. So I'm sitting here thinking about my mother, and all of a sudden, my mother calls me on my cell phone. And she tells me, yeah, I just started thinking about you. So I picked up the phone and called you right at the same time that I'm thinking about her. Now, most people would say that's a coincidence. I'll tell you what I think it is actually um, not a coincidence. It's an on purpose. It's a intuition. It's an intuitional happening, an intuitive happening, something that is actually um, happening to help develop ourselves telepathically on an intuitive level. So another one might be I'm thinking about where I want to go to dinner, and I have a specific restaurant in mind. And as soon as I have that thought in mind about where it is I want to go to dinner, my spouse chimes in, my other half chimes in and says, hey, let's go to Alberto's or wherever that restaurant is, the one that I was thinking about. Again, a coincidence, but most of us treat it just that way, as if it's happenstance and a coincidence, and it has no real meaning, when in fact it has very deep meaning, especially right now. Because right now there is this, for spiritual people, for people who are moving and awakening and moving on this spiritual journey very quickly right now into this fifth dimension, an ascension process into the fifth dimension, moving out from the third up on into the fifth dimension. There's a process happening whereby our intuition is becoming much more powerful and much more a part of our lives. And you may be noticing this, where these coincidences, these intuitive happenings are happening to you all the time right now. And that's because these are sort of a symptom of your movement along into this ascension into the fifth dimension. So you're going to find it happening more and more and more. It is a form of telepathy, is what's actually happening. Our intuition is being improved. It's being finely tuned. It's coming into its full play. We, as a group of people, are actually moving on an evolutionary scale into intuitive communication. This is something that we don't really have the need, or we won't have as much of a need for things like language, when we can simply know what each other are thinking. And these are exactly that. These are those little nuggets that are happening all around us that we call coincidence, when in fact they are not at all. They are you moving into that ascension, moving into the fifth dimension. We've just not been aware of this. Nobody's telling us this. I'm telling you, that's what's happening. Pay attention to those. Actually, it would be great if you just get a book and have an intuitive happening journal and start to record these, because as you record them and as you pay attention to them, they will begin to happen more and more and more often with more and more people, different people. You'll find this happening the most with those you're closest to. But as we move further along into this ascension process through the age of Aquarius, this golden age that's coming right now, this is all going to just get quicker and more profound and deeper the more we go. So look forward to that. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to talking to you next time.